Have you ever found yourself lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering, what is the meaning of life? What is reality? How do we know what's true? Or maybe you've faced a tough decision, one that could change the course of your life, and thought, what should I do? What is the right choice? These aren't just abstract, theoretical questions. They are the very foundation of philosophy, a discipline that has shaped human thought, science, politics, and even our daily interactions for thousands of years. To truly understand philosophy, we have to go back, way back, to the bustling city of Athens in ancient Greece, where some of the greatest minds in history walked the streets, debated life's biggest questions, challenged authority, and constructed ideas that would shape civilization itself. The word philosophy comes from the Greek philosophia, which means love of wisdom. But it wasn't just an academic discipline, something confined to books and scholars. It was a way of living, a method of questioning everything and striving for a deeper understanding of the world and our place in it. It was a commitment to thinking critically, challenging assumptions, and continuously refining ideas. It all started with Socrates, a man who never wrote a single word, yet changed the course of history forever. He believed in questioning everything, especially authority, tradition, and people's beliefs. His relentless questioning made him both respected and feared. He would approach people in the marketplace and ask them deep, probing questions about life, morality, and justice, exposing contradictions in their thinking. This method, now called the Socratic method, is still used today in law schools, philosophical debates, and even in everyday decision-making. It forces us to think deeply, recognize our own ignorance, and refine our views with reason rather than emotion. Then came Plato, Socrates' student, who took these ideas even further. He introduced the idea of a world of perfect, unchanging forms, a place where absolute truth exists beyond our everyday experiences. He argued that everything we perceive is just a shadow of a greater reality. His book, The Republic, explored justice, government, and the ideal society, ideas that influence politics, philosophy, and governance for centuries to come. And finally, we have Aristotle, Plato's student, who was more practical and focused on logic, ethics, and science. He laid the foundation for the scientific method, formal logic, and was obsessed with categorizing the natural world. His influence is so massive that even today, his writings shape disciplines from biology to psychology, from ethics to political theory. But philosophy didn't stop in ancient Greece. It evolved, influencing religion, science, and even politics. It shaped the way we think about democracy, ethics, and justice. It provided the intellectual framework for revolutions, legal systems, and even technological advancements. And today, whether you realize it or not, philosophy still plays a role in every aspect of your life. From the relentless questioning of Socrates to the existential dilemmas of modern thinkers, philosophy isn't just a subject you study in school, it's a way of life. It's the foundation of our legal systems, the framework behind political revolutions, and even the driving force behind technological ethics. It affects the way we interact with others, the way we make decisions, and the way we shape our own identities. But why does philosophy matter to you? How does it influence the way you think, the way you make decisions, and the way you see the world? And more importantly, how can understanding philosophy make your life better? That's exactly what we're going to explore today. We'll take a deep dive into the history of philosophy, its greatest thinkers, and one school of thought that might just change your life forever, Stoicism. So sit back, grab a drink, and let's take a journey through the vast, fascinating world of philosophy. Let's take a step back from history and look at our world today. Think about democracy, human rights, and justice. Where do these ideas come from? Many of them were born from philosophical debates. The Republic questioned what it means to have a just society, laying the groundwork for political systems worldwide. Later, during the Enlightenment, thinkers like John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau introduced radical ideas about freedom, equality, and governance, ideas that would later inspire revolutions and shape modern democracies. Their ideas influenced the drafting of constitutions, the fight for civil rights, and even the way we understand individual liberty today. And today, philosophy is more relevant than ever. Philosophers and ethicists debate artificial intelligence, climate change ethics, and bioethics. Think about the ethical dilemmas of self-driving cars. Should they prioritize saving the driver or pedestrians in a crash? That's a moral question straight out of philosophy. The implications of AI decision-making, privacy concerns, and the ethics of technological advancement all trace back to foundational philosophical questions about responsibility, consciousness, and morality. We also live in a world overflowing with misinformation. How do we separate fact from fiction? Philosophy sharpens our critical thinking skills. René Descartes, often called the father of modern philosophy, once said, "I think, therefore I am." His skepticism forced us to question our assumptions and seek evidence for our beliefs. The ability to think critically, analyze arguments, and demand logical consistency is more important now than ever before. But beyond politics and ethics, philosophy also gives us something much more personal, a way to navigate the challenges of life. And that's where Stoicism comes in. Imagine waking up tomorrow and losing your job, your home, or someone you deeply care about. How would you react? Would you panic? Get angry? Fall into despair? The Stoics would say, accept it, and then move forward. Stoicism is a practical philosophy that teaches us how to stay calm, rational, and resilient no matter what life throws at us. It was founded in ancient Greece but became hugely popular in Rome, thanks to thinkers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. At its core, Stoicism is built on three fundamental principles. The dichotomy of control. There are things you can control, your thoughts, actions, and responses, and things you can't, other people's opinions, the past, or random events. A Stoic focuses only on what they can control. Amor Fati. This means love of fate. Instead of resisting reality, embrace it. If something bad happens, don't just endure it. Use it as an opportunity to grow. Memento Mori. The awareness of death. It's not meant to be depressing. It's a reminder to live fully and without fear. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, wrote in Meditations, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This mindset can transform your life. Let's say you're stuck in traffic. You can either get angry and stress out, or accept that traffic is beyond your control and use the time productively. Listen to a podcast, reflect, or just breathe. Stoicism also teaches emotional discipline. We often react impulsively to emotions, anger, frustration, sadness. But the Stoics believed emotions are natural and should be examined rationally. Seneca once said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Even in the worst situations, Stoicism provides strength. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, found meaning in suffering. He realized that while he couldn't control his circumstances, he could control his perspective. So ask yourself, what Stoic principle would help you the most in your life? Let me know in the comments. Philosophy isn't just an academic subject, it's a way of living. It helps us think clearly, act wisely, and navigate life's challenges with resilience. So next time you're faced with a big decision, ask yourself, what would a philosopher think? Am I questioning my own assumptions? How does my worldview shape my actions? If you enjoyed this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell because we're just getting started exploring the biggest ideas that shape our world. Drop a comment below. What's a philosophical question you've always wondered about? Maybe we'll cover it in a future episode. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay curious.